whoever has been in an awkward situation.
I just had one before.
Yeah, it's almost unavoidable, right? But for some people, awkward situations happen way too often. And it's like everyday life for them. And it mainly happens for people who are introverts and don't like socially communicate with one another like too often. That was me back like 5 years ago. I don't remember. Probably like 15 years old, 13, when I was in those stages where those hormones were going crazy. And I was one of those teenagers who would always like go in their room, not talk to anyone, go gather up like bad emotions and bad moods, and cause like my parents so much trouble. They'll be like, Aaliyah, just talk to us, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. I go in my room, start crying for no reason, all those teenage girl years. But I knew what I was aware of. It's not only because I just wanted to lock myself in the room. I don't know why I was acting that way, but I knew I wasn't like very emotionally capable of myself. Like I wasn't very self-aware and all that. But these 5 points definitely did help me out. Kind of like develop my communication with people better. And also, the first point I want to mention is self-awareness. Being aware of how you're acting with one person, like if you're acting rational or irrational, if you're being in a bad mood, you're aware of that. You're aware that, oh, I'm not feeling so good, and you act upon it as well. So usually self-awareness builds more confidence with each and every one of you. And it's something I've been working on, trying to like make sure that I'm understanding with other people. And I know in arguments I tend to like phase out and forget everything, but I have to be more aware of my emotions, and emotions do tend to control me a lot, which brings to my second point, self-regulation. Self-regulating is knowing when to act at the appropriate time. So not escalating a situation. Like if you're in an argument, you say something mean just to escalate it, and then you're just like, okay, bye. And that's like kind of passive aggressiveness. Like if you're texting your significant other and you're like, what's wrong? And then you're just like, good night at 5 p.m. And then you just don't text them the rest of the day. And that's not like a good sense of like, that's not a good way to like, diffuse the argument, not make the person angrier. You learn to, okay, they're angry right now, just let them be, and then come back to the situation when everyone's more calm and talk about it and come up with a compromise that works with both of each other. And that also, this self-regulating also helps to diffuse difficult situations. So like at work, if a coworker is causing you problems, you're able to communicate with them and solve it out, not keep their backs to each other. My third point is social skills. Of course, you communicate with people every day, everywhere. There's not going to be a job where you don't communicate with people. You at least talk to someone. Social skills are super important as well, and also helped me because it made me become an active listener and also a better verbal and non-verbal communicator, and also helping with like persuading people or talking into like doing something. But social skills help, and also that brings on to empathy. But before you get to empathy, you have to be self-aware of yourself before you could understand other people's situations. Empathy is, I believe, is the most important to me because it helps me communicate with another person, but also understand them at the same time. Like if you're going through a difficult time, I believe the best way for me is to give them more attention, try to be there for them, and asking them like, oh, do you need me to do anything, or just always being there for them. And not only you're helping that person, but you're helping yourself, becoming a more kind and compassionate person. And my fifth one of all is motivation. Not motivation more like, oh, I'm gonna do this to buy a car in the future, a Lamborghini or something. But motivation like an internal one where you're like, oh, in the future I'm going to, become more successful, not like, money-wise, not material, but internally. You feel like you're achieving things internally. It's not external. So motivation is definitely a key thing and makes more of an action-oriented person. Those 5 things, self-awareness, self-empathy, social skills, empathy, and motivation are the 5 things I believe help people grow. And I believe emotional intelligence is also even like more intelligent than having like a higher IQ. Thank you.